The Cripple MOAB was buffed in the recent update, Wind Crosspath with Shrapnel Shot. The specific buffs are as follows. 520 Cripple MOAB Shrapnel Pierce being doubled from 3 to 6. The shrapnel lifespan distance was also increased from 32 to 80 units. And lastly, the shrapnel projectile speed was increased from 160 to 320. Now typically you see the Cripple MOAB more so used as a support option rather than a damage option, but today we'll be showcasing its damage with the recent changes while taking on the 2 Megapops challenge. Let's hop right into it. So I was looking back at my channel and it's actually been a while since I've done a 2 Megapops challenge. I'm excited for this one though because I haven't done a 2 Megapops with the sniper yet on the channel. And I think we're going to do it on this advanced level map. Well, in all honesty, this is probably not deserving of an advanced level map status. I feel like this map's intermediate level, but let me know your thoughts about that in the comment section down below. Either way, is this enough to defend the first round here? I'm hoping. Ooh, it probably is. Hit those balloons, yes. Okay, sniper. There we go. Second try is the charm, ladies and gentlemen. But since round 6 was so difficult, I probably need a second dart monkey for round 7. Totally fine. It's not really a problem getting these dart monkeys up to help me through the early game because they're towards the back of the map, so hopefully they won't be stealing pops, later in the rounds. One thing you might notice though about today's 2 Megapop challenge is I actually have chosen Silas, which might seem weird. Geraldo is probably still the premier 2 Megapops hero. However, I know there's been a lot of Geraldo hate lately with the Jerry's Fire and everything. And I feel like Silas could actually be a pretty good 2 Megapops hero for a couple of reasons. One of the main being that Silas can slow down balloons a ton and just give your towers more time to pop them. And the other one being you can discount the tier 5 ice monkeys, and the absolute zero is a huge part of 2 Megapop strategies. We do need more defense for this round though. How about a full mono jacket? Does that allow me to defend? I'm guessing no. Yeah, we still die. Let's get an engineer towards the back. This could be a pretty difficult challenge just because the sniper is really bad early game, especially with the top path because we'll be utilizing Cripple obviously. However, later in the game it should be pretty solid. I'm now noticing I definitely should have put my dart monkeys on the bottom side of the track too, just because this is a much better line of fire. You can see like the engineer, for example, is maximizing the pierce well and defending these balloons. Decent consistency. Am I good here? We're good. And one other benefit of bringing Silas here for the hero is every single chimps run I've done with Silas has gotten very little pops. So I'm thinking that will hopefully continue here. I'm feeling like placing Silas in this location. Let's do it. And those chimps runs were with buffing Silas a little bit too and using all the abilities. So if I'm not actually trying to get pops on Silas, I'm assuming he won't get very many pops. That's just my guess. Either way, now I can finally upgrade the sniper. I also did test beforehand because I wasn't sure. The shrapnel from the top path sniper can still pop frozen balloons, so Silas does not have like an anti-synergy with the sniper there, which is important to know. I think we'll get shrapnel shot here soon. There we go. Now I wasn't sure if this was the best sniper spot. I did put a little bit of thought into it beforehand. The deal with this sniper spot is that's full map range, right? I could easily place like an Alchemist somewhere around here to buff it without stealing pops, but the problem with it is the lines of fire might not be great. You ideally want the sniper shooting in a direction where the shrapnel is utilized well, which can maybe happen in the middle. How's close targeting look? Let's see. Yeah, close targeting actually seems to be decent here. We'll keep it on close. And large caliber has been purchased. I think that increases the damage of the shrapnel as well from like 2 to 3, so definitely helpful there. Let's check the pops real quick. 1254 on sniper, 570 on Silas, and then like 400 from the back end. So even though we didn't really get to utilize sniper much in the early game, we still have it as the pops leader by a good margin, which is interesting to think about at least. But yeah, dude, look at these ice walls. Like these ice walls, for example, are going to be really helpful in just stalling the balloons out to get me more pops. I wouldn't say it's as helpful as like Jerry's Fire, for example, but still, Silas definitely has some warrant in being a 2 Megapops hero now, in my opinion. This round though could give me some problems. Let's see how we do. I might have to use Silas level 3 ability if I struggle. Yeah, I'm not even sure Silas level 3 will make much of a difference though. We'll use it now. Maybe strong targeting. Freeze everything. First now. I'm still dead. Well, that's really unfortunate. I think we just need to buy an upgrade to allow us to beat this round, even if it's not going to help us in our 2 Megapops journey. So we'll do a mortar. This is the cheapest option I can think of, which will allow me to defend, hopefully without too many complications. Target this away now, so then the rest of the pops can go to the sniper. Alright, now the question is, do I want to get Deadly Precision, or do I want to get an Alch buff first? What's the best way to do this? I think Deadly Precision increases the shrapnel damage to 5 from 3, and the shot itself does 20 damage, which, I mean, the 20 damage isn't really going to be utilized much right now because there's no ceramics coming out, but the 5 damage shrapnel definitely could be nice. I feel like Alch buff is more important though, in all honesty. Just having extra pierce on the shrapnel and more attack speed would be great, which we can place the Alchemist back here. And we have enough for it now. Nice. I think the Alch buff also does increase the shrapnel damage. Yeah, I can see it popped that black balloon into blues, which means the shrapnel, if the Alch buff is applied, does 4 damage now. Okay, round of camo balloons. This shouldn't be a problem. We actually do have bonus camo damage on top of that. An extra 2 camo damage from the night vision goggles. Oh, and as for the cross-pathing of the Alchemist, we definitely want to get faster throwing. There's a little bit of a debate about the cross-pathing of the Alch in my comments section for one of my previous videos. And here's how it kind of works, from my understanding, and from an H-bomb video I watched recently on it. Basically, if you have a fast attacking tower where the Alch buff is running out, not because the Alch buff duration is reached, like how many seconds it's on tower, but because the tower is attacking too fast and just like losing the Alch buff, then you want the middle crosspath of it. But if you have a slow attacking tower where the Alch buff is running out because the just time of the Alch buff is on the tower for long enough, then you want the bottom crosspath on the Alchemist. So Sniper is obviously one of the slowest attacking towers in the game, at least the top crosspath Sniper. So I want the bottom crosspath Alch. But if I had an elite defender, for example, we definitely would want the middle crosspath on our Alchemist. So yeah, hope that explains it to you guys decently well. We definitely need our mortar to help us out this round though. Maybe at least until I get Deadly Precision here. Deadly Precision. Now one good thing about this 2 Megapops challenge compared to a lot of the other ones I do is the Cripple MOAB has really good single target damage, which means I won't have to give up any pops, hopefully, on round 100 against the B80. That is like one round that can ruin your 2 Megapops if you have a tower that does not have good single target damage, because you just need to get like a bunch of spike storms and then you need to have tons of pops to spare when you hit round 100. This time we don't have to worry about that. I'm aiming to get that village next for jungle drums, which this location should be fine. There we go, another 17.6% attack speed. How are we looking against these rainbow balloons? Yeah, rainbows are actually easy. It's just the rounds with a ton of weaker balloons that are difficult. Now we got the MOAB. We don't have the path which would pop the MOAB the fastest, which is the bottom cross path, but I think I'll still be fine. We slowed it a little bit, yes. Slow the ceramics, we're good. First, okay, we're fine. And I will be getting the bottom crosspath on you. Now we can finally get that glue gunner down, which I think there's no problem with placing the glue here, since it's not in the Alchemist range. It'd be an issue if the glue was in the Alchemist range, because I don't want the Alch buff like throwing on the Alchemist or the AMD, for example. But this is a good glue spot. Let's get a pop count check on everything as well. 500 on the mortar, 1700 on Silas, which is actually more than I would have thought. I feel like Silas's placement's good though, where it doesn't really use Silas until the balloons get to here. Also, wait a second, retry this round. Let's get glue hose here. Dart monkeys barely have any, engineer barely has any, and the sniper has 13,000. Alchemist has 0, which Alchemist should stay at 0 the entire time. Oh, by the way, when I was talking about the shrapnel damage of Deadly Precision, I got it wrong earlier. It's not 5 damage shrapnel, it's a 4 damage shrapnel. It's 5 damage with the Alch buff I currently have applied to it, so just to clear the error there. But it does get upgraded from a 4 damage shrapnel to a 6 damage shrapnel once I buy main MOAB, so that'll be cool. Alright, let's get you up. Main MOAB has been bought. And I feel like Stronger Stimulant's definitely something I want to get early as well. Normally there's not much merit in getting Stronger Stimulant like super early, because the buff over Berserker Root isn't that much of a difference. It's just like 1 extra pierce, a little bit more attack speed, and slightly better uptime for 3k. However, in this case, when I'm relying on the shrapnel a ton... Wait, how did I die there? Let's retry that round. But as I was saying, in this case, when I'm relying on the shrapnel damage a ton, I think it does make sense to rush the Stronger Stimulant, because getting 1 extra pierce on the shrapnel will make a big difference for us. I'll put this on first real quick. There we go. Don't die to that camo. So let's buy it. Stronger Stim. I've got 5k saved up. What to purchase next? I could get a MOAB glue. I don't think there's much of a reason to purchase that though. I think we maybe just save it for Cripple MOAB at this point, in all honesty. It's either that or I get a overclock before Cripple MOAB. But getting the 5th tier first is the better play, I'm pretty sure. Especially with the fact they just buffed the Cripple MOAB a ton in the update. 6 Pierce Shrapnel is going to be insane. And it's like a 9 Pierce Shrapnel because I have the stronger stimulant on it too. As per usual, I think there's going to be one round I struggle against, and that's round 63. I don't feel like I have the Pierce to deal with those ceramic rushes. And I'm definitely not going to afford Cripple MOAB in time. I guess we'll see what happens, you know what I'm saying? MOABs don't appear to be a problem though. With just one main MOAB in close, we are basically infinite stalling all the MOABs. Not an issue for me. Alright, Camo Lead. Does the Shrapnel actually pop Camo Lead? Well, I guess it does because of AMD buff on it, but I think it does anyways if you have like the top crosspath sniper. Just an interesting thing. And the BFB gets insta-stalled at the top of the map. We pop into MOABs and we can't even really see the MOABs, but we kill the ceramics. Not a problem. 25k saved up. This round could be difficult, just the regrowing. Oh, I do have level 10 Silas now though. Wait, maybe we'll be fine against round 63 if I use the Frozen Burial ability from Silas. That could be extremely helpful. Let's see how bad the damage is. Maybe he puts on strong target in all honesty. Okay. Actually, that did not look terrible. It's going to be popping all those blues though. That becomes really difficult. I think that's where the mortar can come into play though. Use the ability. Alright. Am I dead? I'm still dead. Dang. Alright, I can't find a good solution for this. I'm going to just try a Juggernaut in the back of the map to see if that allows me to defend. I'm hoping. We gotta spend money on something pretty useless for us. Maybe it'll work. Do we defend the blues? We do. Okay. That was wave 1. We can use the Ice Wall ability for wave 3. That's my plan. Alright, wave 2. Doesn't actually look as bad as wave 1. And then wave 3, Ice Wall. Yes. Okay. I did try Spike Up Ult, by the way. I just cut it out of the video. Spike Up Ult wasn't close to defending, so Juggernaut was definitely necessary if I wanted to go a Dart Monkey upgrade route. Either way, we defended the round. Maybe I should have upgraded Juggernaut on the Dart Monkey that was farther back. That probably would have been smarter. It's fine though. And what's the pop stolen look like here? 1.3k, 3.5, 1,000. We're still like 6k pop stolen, which is very little, all things considered. I think we're on good pacing for that. Alright, round 64. Not looking too bad at the moment. Maybe put this on first for a shot or two. We do have the Juggernaut now to help us clean up too, which is kind of nice. I guess. Yeah, we're fine against this round. I'm relying on this Juggernaut a lot more than I'd like to. But the sniper just doesn't have enough power to get through these rounds until I get Cripple MOAB up. There's not really an option there. Alright, use another Ice Wall ability in round 66 here. Just to slow everything down. I don't think that ability does much damage. Whoa, Silas is at 5.6k now. Maybe it does. I need to watch Silas pops when I use that ability. I thought it only does like 1 layer of damage though. From my memory. Alright, Cripple MOAB, please be bought. We are now there almost. Can we afford it? Yes. Cripple MOAB, okay. We have got the upgrade, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a long process, but we've done it. You can see how much easier it is as well because the Shrapnel just one-shots everything, or at least these balloons. So we're not popping them into like lower layers, or as many lower layers, and then losing out on Pierce because of that, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, Overclock's definitely the next thing on the menu here. We don't even have level 13 size yet either, so I don't think Absolute Zero is going to be purchased until I get that discount from level 13. And as for Overclock's placement, I could get Overclock on the Engineer in the back, or I could just place Overclock under the discount up here in a spot where it won't steal any pops. I feel like this is probably the smart decision. We'll target the Cleansing Foam away for now, as we have bonus damage into Camel Balloons, so I don't really want to decamel them. Round 75, how are we looking here? A lot of dense stuff. It appears we're dealing with it. Oh, that's a lot of yellows though. Ice Walls? Okay, how many pops did we I don't think we got that many pops in Silas with that ability. Yellow balloons still cause problems though. I'm now realizing that. I honestly think the Cripple is going to perform a lot better, maybe, after we pass around 80. And there's just not children balloon anymore. You know what I'm saying? Super ceramic spawn into only like one rainbow and stuff. Okay, we're good. We have passed 10k pop stolen. Let's reapply overclock now. The thing about overclock is it only has 66% uptime, so I need to make sure it's active when important parts of the round come, like these ceramics, for example. All right, first targeting. Let's use that ability. Just camo blues. I'm good. Back to close. We have level 13 size now, which means I can get the absolute zero. I don't even know where I want the absolute zero though. I could get under discount up here, or I could get somewhere where the freeze is actually gonna be helpful against the balloons, like back here. Freeze the balloons before they get into the Juggernaut's range is an idea. I don't know. It's probably best not to get absolute zero if I don't need it, as well as the ability is just gonna get pops too. You know what I'm saying? Round 79 was easy though. Not a hard one. I could also buy Relentless Glue, that's always a good buy in these 2 Mega Pop challenges. Or save it for Cold Arms Village, which is an idea too. Round 80 looks easy. How do we look against the Super Ceramics here? Those did not appear to be a problem. Yeah. I think the Sniper is honestly stronger in these later rounds. Super Cerams appear to be much easier for us to deal well. Right when I say it, it's using Ice Wall ability here. Right when I start saying that, we do start to get overrun. We're good though. I do think we'll get absolute zero, but I'm feeling like purchasing Cold Arms first. I think that's the better order. And as for the Cold Arms placement, I don't need the Sniper to be in range. Cold Arms has a global ability, like, effectiveness now. It used to not. I forget when they changed it, but that's a really nice addition. Which could, it might be up here, underneath the discount village. All right, I should be good against all of this. Yep. Silas has 8.5k pops so far. We still have like 13k pops stolen only, so not actually that many. Let's use the ability to see how many pop Silas gets. That was like 300 pops. That's okay. I think I probably would have lost out on more pops without using the ability because the balloons would have pushed more and then like gotten into Juggernaut's range. So we just need to be smart about it. Either way, Cold Arms has been purchased. I don't need it for round 85. That was an easy round. I think round 86 is also easy. It's just a couple fortified BFBs, which all gets stalled by the Cripple MOAB. Round 87, though, could be a doozy. 4 ZMGs, when I pop them, the insides might become an issue. Let's see. We're actually popping them kind of like one at a time. I think we use Cold Arms now. Oh, but I don't have Overclock active. You ideally want Overclock and Cold Arms active at the same time. It doesn't look like I even need Overclock, though. We're good. Like, this is a point where having Cold Arms would be great. Right here. Come on. Cold Arms. Nice. And the good part about Cold Arms in this case is Sniper doesn't really have much Pierce to begin with the Shrapnel, even with the buff. So we're getting double the benefit of this guy, right? We're utilizing the Pierce and the attack speed. While with a lot of towers, when you use Cold Arms or Homeland Defense, the Pierce is helpful, but not to much degree. You know what I'm saying? Let's see how we look against these DTs. Those were easy. I'm going to use Cold Arms now. And I can use the Ice Wall ability if I want. Do I need Ice Wall ability here? I don't think so. With Cold Arms active, we actually popped a lot of that. Yeah, this is looking good. This map's really solid just for the Shrapnel attack with everything grouped up in the center. Not a difficult round. Overclock. Cold Arms. That might be an early Cold Arms. I probably should save it for the ZMG insides. Well, wait a second. We actually get it back. Wait, how did you get 11k? 1 second. It was at 9.7 before this round started. That's a lot of pops, in all honesty. Getting over 1k pops from just attacking a little bit. It's because of the sliver of a range it has right here. I think. It can see the balloons a little bit and then start stealing damage, you know what I'm saying? How much does the Ice Wall do? Like 500 pops? Man, we gotta limit Silas's pops by stalling the balloons more. So to do that, let's get up a Relentless Glue. And I was wondering if I get the absolute zero here, for example, does the slowing aura still slow down the blimps, even though the line of sight of the ice is blocked? I'm not sure. We'll test that out later, because I kind of don't want the absolute zero to actually attack the balloons and get pops. I just wanted to slow the balloons with the aura and be able to use the ability from it, if that makes sense. Either way, Relentless Glue should help out quite a bit. Yeah, it's level 16 Silas, which is why Silas is doing more damage. Just the Rhyme Explosion is going crazy. Oh, dude. And then let's get another Call to Arms back so I can use it again. Overclock. Call to Arms. Yes. Yeah, dude, look at this. When you have Overclock and Call to Arms active with the Relentless Glue stuns, the balloons just don't go anywhere. That is great. Until now, they go somewhere, but that's okay. Silas got like 0 pops this round. Come on. This isn't attacking, right? I can't really tell if it's slowing the blimps, though, is the thing. We can use the ability from it. That did 148 pops. Not honestly that much. It's used Call to Arms and that. Yeah, I don't know if this is actually slowing them down with the aura. I'm gonna go to sandbox mode real quick. If I send a Moab, look at the speed of the Moab here, and then when it enters the range. Yeah, it does slow down. It does slow down. 100%. There's a noticeable difference, and the ice tower does not attack. That's how we want it. Okay, well in that case, we will keep this guy here. I'll increase the range of it too, and we've got round 95 to deal with, which is going to be an annoying one. I have a plan though. It's actually good for me to decamel the DTs, because with decameling the DTs, I can hit them with the Relentless Glue, for example, and it'll get slowed by the absolute 0. Target you. Wait. Now. Okay. We're doing good. Let's use an absolute 0. I'm gonna wait on Call to Arms till now. Oh, but since I used Overclock early against the balloons, the Overclock runs out, which is not ideal. I think I need to defend the balloons without using an Overclock. Well, let's see how this does, first of all. I'm pretty sure I'm dead. And Silas is gonna get a lot of pops too. Absolute 0. 11.5k. Oh, Overclock again. 12k. 400 on that. We're still good in the pops department, even with how this is playing out. I think 13.5k. That's a lot of pops. I'll take it though. I'll take it. All right, round 96. Call to Arms off the start. Use an absolute 0 ability too. Let's get Overclock reapplied. I don't even know what to purchase next. Oh, Sabo, a Sabo. That's 100% the play. Get it right here. Bloon Sabo. Maybe I should have done Bloon Sabo instead of Absolute 0 for round 95. I think both are good though. Call to Arms again. Dude, look at all the pop Silas is getting. This is bad. This is really bad. Silas is getting way too many pops, guys. Alright, we're gonna try this again though. Sabo off the rip. Use that ability. Overclock. Call to Arms. Yes. Okay, I feel like we're doing better the second time around. I'd like to believe so. We're gonna get Overclock and Call to Arms back here in a second. Now. Absolute 0. Do I use Sabo? Yes, I'll use Sabo. Silas pops, how we looking? Not awful. Okay, only ZMGs remaining. And they're basically perma-stalled, yeah. 17k pops in Silas. Overclock, Call to Arms, come on. 18.4k pops on Silas, no! Silas, stop popping the balloons, please! I beg of you. I can't have you popping all the balloons. Alright, here we go. Is there anything else worth purchasing? The only thing that comes to mind is a Mermonkey to Pierce buff you. I would have to place the Mermonkey like in this location where it would get Alch buffed, and that's not gonna be good. Let's try it though. Here we go, round 98. Overclock, Call to Arms off the start. We'll Sabo off the start as well. I'm not gonna use an Absolute 0 yet. Absolute 0 now. Okay. We can Sabo again now. I think we took out a good chunk of that round with just the initial ability usage. By the way, I'm not using the level 10 ability because once Silas reached that level with the Rhyme Explosion extra damage, the level 10 ability is going to do a lot of damage. So I think level 10 ability from Silas is just a no-go at this point. Alright, abilities used again. Second round of them. Let's use another Sabo. Let's get another absolute zero in here. Yes. Silas still hasn't popped balloons this round. That's really good. Another Sabo. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, they're reaching Silas's range. Uh-oh. Code red, code red. Cold arms, overclock, absolute zero. Oh, Silas, please stop popping the balloons, Silas. We're okay, we're okay. 21k pops. Only ZMGs remaining. I need to get another round of abilities used here. Overclock and cold arms is necessary. Sabo. That's 23k pops. Oh my gosh, Silas. Why are you a popping machine the one time I don't need you to get pops? Sabo again. Do I need to use Ice Wall? I think I do. Absolute zero. First. Oh, that got some pops too. Ah, it hurts. It hurts. Come on. The little sniper that could. This one's gonna be really close, I think. We're almost at 30k pops in Silas. Absolute zero again. 1700 and absolute zero. I think I've still got some room to spare for the next 2 rounds, but man, this one's gonna come down to the wire. I've got 13k to spend as well. I don't even know what to spend it on. Like, now. So, the absolute zero does get more pops this way, but I think we get less pops stolen overall because Silas hopefully won't get any pops. And honestly, we could use a second absolute zero if I really want. Yes, do it. Okay, and hopefully we kind of get these abilities off cooldown for round 100. Yes. Well, here you go, guys. Round 100. Do we have enough damage? We don't have the best cross path for the sniper for BAD damage, but it still should be decent. Actually, that's taking longer to pop it than I thought. Uh-oh. That's not good. Wait a second. Wow. Huh. I might be screwed, guys, because I need to get something to pop the BAD, and because of that, I'll be losing pops. And I don't have that much room to spare because Silas has gotten so many. I mean, we can do a little bit of a test, though. I'm going to get 2 overdrives up top. These aren't very good spots, but they're going to do a lot of damage because Cripple adds +5. And let's just see how close we are. If we get 2 million, if these add enough damage. Okay, I think they added too much damage. Yeah, that's like 14k pops stolen. I think we will pop the BAD here for sure now. But we're not going to have 2 million pops total. Yeah, that's just not going to work. And yeah, in this run, I ended up getting 1.99 million pops with the Cripple MOAB. That was the best I could do. But I had a little bit of extra time on my hands, so I ended up doing a rerun and seeing with some optimizations, the main one being the Silas placement, because Silas was just stealing way too many pops. How far can I push this, and can I get 2 million pops? Everything else in this run was virtually the same. We got the Cripple MOAB in the same location, got the Alch buff in the same spot. The only other main difference is I actually skipped out an absolute zero, believe it or not. And by not purchasing absolute zero, what that allowed me to do was purchase the elite sniper. It was one thing I kind of considered in the previous run. I didn't think it was worth, but this does give my Cripple MOAB 33% more attack speed. And you can see here with my setup on round 98, it was a very difficult round. We actually did lose a lot of pops to Silas in the process as well. But since we were relying on Silas a lot less on the previous round, Silas's pops overall weren't that many. And then on round 100, we actually only need 1 overdrive instead of 2 overdrives, as the elite sniper does give us more single target damage, 33% more than I had last time. And in addition, I also did buy a glue strike just for +2 damage. It didn't really make much of a difference, but you know, why not? And our ending amount of pops in this run was 2,014,569. Nice. So yes, 2 million pops was possible with Cripple MOAB here. I just needed a lot of optimizations from my first run. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video though. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Do you see yourself using the Cripple MOAB anymore now after the changes? I'm out. Peace, guys.